3 of the championship, and there's a sensational battle at the top of the field with Seaton leading. Ambrose has gone to second. Lowndes has dropped back slightly, and Murphy is monstering him.
I tell you what, if I was the Stone Brothers, I'd want to get Ambrose's signature on a long-term contract, wouldn't you?
He's done a great job so far this year with pole at the support event at the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne, and then real strong outings in every one of the tracks that he's turned up at, in particular this, because pole position in this field is a hard task.
The real test here, though, is going to be tyres, tyres, tyres. And look at Ambrose, he's pushing that car pretty hard. Just watch it, a couple of corners, it's getting a little bit ragged, like it's right on the limit of adhesion. It's going to be working the tyres pretty hard, so it's going to be interesting to see how Marcus hangs in at over 26 laps around here. Because these are only early laps now. The compulsory pit stop window is open.
The last lap for Lowndes was nearly a second off his previous lap, which suggests that in this manoeuvre where Marcus Ambrose was able to go by, something happened. So Shell Helix replay tells the story. We're looking from Craig's car. He's gone up onto the outside. I see it's because he's actually had a go at Glenn Seaton, and that was an invitation for Marcus Ambrose, I would imagine.
Yeah,
and I reckon there he is.
Yep.
Thank you.
So in actually vying for the lead, Lowndes has dropped second place and gone back to third with a written invitation to Marcus to come on in.
That's given Glenn Seaton a little bit of breathing space, but it's only a car length or two. Look at Lowndes goes right over into the pit lane.
What's going on then? This
is the situation. They want to try and jump the queue. Wait for the first car to peel off and wait for the field to come back to you.
I'd have to say
he's been joined by John Bowe and Mark Scape as well.
It's got to be a good idea to get it over with as quick as you can, isn't it, Neil?
Well, I mean, you've only got to look at the history of these races, Baz. It's always the guys who pit early that are competitively placed toward the end of the race. It always happens. So, Gibson Motorsport car calling Scapes in as well. Good quick stop from the Holden Racing team. Oh, very close between Paul Morris and Craig Lowndes. Lowndes has come out ahead of Scaife. He gets back into the action.
Mandated pit speed limit is 60 kilometres per hour, but the limit doesn't apply until they get almost into the little chicane that brings them into the lane, so they can actually come off the racetrack at very high speed. So this car now on cold tyres. No tyre warmers in V8 Supercar racing other than what the sun can provide.
It's amazing that they do. They leave them out in the sun.
They do leave them out in the sun. It's actually extraordinary how much temperature and pressure build-up they'll actually get in the sunshine.
I reckon it's a smart move by Gibson Motorsport. Get Lowndes in early as possible. They paid the penalty at Adelaide.
And he's now got clear road, and that's the significant thing, Mark, because on a clear track he may make a tenth or two here and there. And believe me, 3, 4, 5 tenths of a second might be the difference between actually staying on the podium here or even being on the top spot.
That's the thing, you don't want to get stuck in that queue if you know you've got more speed. Oh, problems here for Paul Romano.
Now, will that Ambrose in? Will that bring out the safety car?
I wonder.
Just Murph goes with him. Reminder of the pit speed. Stop on your marks. Critical that the car pull up in the precise location, otherwise the guys have got to move the rattle guns and move the wheels and the nuts along.
Well, I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a safety car at the moment, but Paul Romano's car looks well and truly stuck in the trench there. Race director Tim Schenken may determine it's not in a too dangerous position. Only time will tell. Ambrose gets back into the action. So it's all happening down in pit lane.
Mark, it's happening down here at the mount at the moment, because I tell you what, Greg Murphy came in behind Marcus Ambrose but went out in front of him. So some gains made by the Kmart team. A good stop also by HRT.
Now, this is very bad news for Glenn Seaton. He's on the circuit with the safety car boards out now, so the field will compress and Glenn's going to be trapped.
We're not standing still, Glenn. Hold on. First speed.
Stephen Richards, too, will be in the same predicament. So that's it's so important to get that compulsory stop out of the way.
I think we dialed into local FM there. I'm not sure what that was all about.
Yeah, after this, there's going to be no doubt that everybody's going to be in as soon as they can, because it's everything we've seen this year. It's got to be the best move, isn't it?
Close call for Jason Bright down here when he just had his pit stop. Of course, we know that there's plenty of penalties around for the moment for anyone who runs over a wheel nut or loses a wheel. The team nearly did that to Brighty, come within maybe an inch of driving over the wheel nut, which rolled away from the car. I don't think it rolled away far enough to incur a stop-go penalty, but gee, you can't do that here this weekend.
Well, you just pay for it by check, don't you, these days? I mean, you don't get dragged in.
Safety car on the circuit, and this is a real problem for Tickford Racing. Keep in mind, you cannot make your compulsory pit stop under safety car conditions, so Seaton will have to stay out on the track.
I bet Cito's melting the aerial on the radio on that thing at the moment.
Absolutely.
And that's just the luck of the draw, really.
Yeah.
That's not a strategic error. It's just something that happened. Paul Romano's gone off in the Young Lions car. It's trapped Glenn at just the wrong moment, but you never know. Another opportunity may unfold for him. Now, you might be interested to know of those that have made their stops, and we've got to go all the way down to 15th. Lowndes has come out in front of Murphy, 16th, and Ambrose is 17th. So if you want to get a view of what might unfold as these pit stops are taken, we may well end up in a situation where Lowndes is back in the lead.
It's one of the disadvantages of leading these races too, because if you're out in front and an incident happens, you're usually not able to capitalise on it, but the guys behind you certainly do so. Glenn Seaton and Stephen Richards, though, at the moment behind the safety car in first and second on the track, all the way down to David Bernard, who's 8th in the queue at the moment.
Further beyond that, we've got McConville, Perkins, Faulkner, Ellery, Ashby, Canto, Lowndes and Murphy, and that's significant. Join us after the break on Network 10. Glenn Seaton coasting in the Ford Tickford Racing Falcon. Safety cars on the circuit.